some very sad news coming out of Chinoi. That is the missing students. 2 student leaders are missing, and ZINASU has issued a statement. So Zimbabwe has got a number of student organizations, that is those aligned to the opposition and those aligned to the ruling party. So ZINASU is aligned to the opposition parties, and they've issued a statement which says 11 November 2025, it is of great concern that the Zimbabwe National Students Union, we wake up today to sing the same script of abduction, terror and danger for student leaders who are doing nothing more than just campaigning in an SRC election. The 2 students leaders were snatched away in front of dozens of witnesses in a brazen act of banditry that is not only instilled fear, but also a clear of exposure of the modus operandi of the rogue regime that is seemingly scared of an open contestation of ideas. So this is saying that this was done in public. So these students are not missing. They were in fact abducted. So I did not see this before I started. The presence of the Zanu-PF Youth leader in Chinoi, especially the notorious presence of the Youth League leader, political Commissar Taurai Kandishaya, who has a sordid history of doing everything necessary and unnecessary to please his bosses, should not be cast aside. He is notorious for the threats and exposing innocent citizens who dare to think differently from Zanu-PF script. His hand is ever more visible in this situation, and he is the main source of this conflict. An SRC election is a pure and representative form of student politics that is supposed to give you young people a glimpse into leadership, but the rogue elements in power use state resources to silence any dissenting voices against the autocratic and archaic form of governance. Zimbabwe does not require thugs in leadership who are ready to sacrifice young people to win a university election. Many people who have been abducted by this regime have disappeared forever. The likes of retired Zamara are forever gone, but his disappearance was treated as a non-event. This comes as a panic reaction from both the opposing student union ZINASU, which is directly sponsored by the oppressive ruling regime of ZANU-PF, and is a strong indication of attempts to silence the students' voice. It's another reality that students have ceased to be seen as beacons of academic excellency, but in the eyes of the jittery regime, they are terrorists that seek to defy an oppressive agenda. So let's go to page 2. The department of this administration, the desperation of this administration has now reached a boiling point. And as the bona fide student union of Zimbabwe, we've now drawn a line in the sand where we say that enough is enough and business can no longer continue as usual under such circumstances. Not when the parents of the 2 comrades do not know where their children are, when other students live in perennial fear of exercising their constitutional guaranteed rights due to a system so paranoid of its own children. The authorities at the CUT, in cahoots with the regime, portray themselves as a saintly administration when it does satanic rituals behind the scenes. Zanu-PF brought a list of washed-up celebrities to sing for the suffering students of Chinoi, but while they sang, their masters were muting behind the scenes to bring fear and untoward suffering to the general populace. When students' rights matter, the government has looked the other way. This is an action that should be condemned as outrageous, archaic, and anathema to progressive democracy. Campuses should be safe havens where students seek accountability, defy oppression, and call for academic freedom. As ZINASU, we have vowed to respond with the language they understand the most until our comrades are safely returned. We are giving this responsible to X in a jiffy and return our comrades. Zimbabwe is not for them but for all of us, and we utilize other legal avenues. We believe this issue is supreme. The liberation of students is a risk, and the dictates of the constitution should be adhered to. And on behalf of students, Emmanuel Simiti, president of the ZINASU. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to call Simiti. So let me see if I can call Simiti right now. So that is 002637133 7133 402 402223. So we're gonna call him. This number looks so long. I don't know if this is correct. 263 7133 40223. Yes. So let's now add the number and call him so that we get him. So that is ZINASU over here, and we clarify the situation, how the students got to be missing. So as you are aware, I was my media house, Gambakwe Media, was sponsored by the Zimbabwe students or SRC at NAST. For me to get this media house, it was done by NAST students. That is the NAST SRC. So it's important, and I believe in student freedom. So let's try to call Simiti and see if he's going to respond to us. So apologies, I'll just put this on silent while I call. So I'm still calling. He hasn't picked. So I hope that he picks. And then we can ask him what is happening right now. He doesn't seem to be having 2 ticks. He only has 1 tick. So if someone knows the student number of the ZINASU, or if the ZINASU guys are answering, please WhatsApp me right now on this number so that we can get the current situation in Chinoi. All right, guys. So unfortunately, we're unable to get any of them right now to answer. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as we get an answer from ZINASU on the 2 missing students, so you can see that the names are not prominent here. So it says here, let's go back to the names. It's LINDON and MALVIN. So 2 students from ZINASU, LINDON and MALVIN, have been abducted in Chinoi ahead of the election. So there's an election which is taking place right now. And let's now Google and see if there's anything else. LINDON and MALVIN, they were abducted in public in front of everybody. So let's see if there's anyone else who's carrying the story. So in 41 minutes ago, there was a post. So let me show you their pictures. These young guys have been abducted, and we don't want abductions at all. We don't support abductions, and we don't like it. We don't like abduction. So let's see. I'll show you the pictures of the young guys, LINDON and MALVIN, that have been abducted, and students at Chinoi are looking for them as the election is about to happen there. So various students union campaign ahead of these elections, and unfortunately, this abduction has ruined everything. This has ruined everything. Let me show you what they look like. So this is terrible. We don't like abductions, and students are supposed to do whatever they like. Students are the reality of a society. It's like your children. If your children are doing what they're doing at home, you don't abduct them and throw them away. So let's make sure that we get this right. So these are the 2 young students that are missing. They were abducted in public at Chinoi, and students are looking for them. So this has been over how many hours? I can see the earliest posts here are from 3 hours ago. So this likely happened today. The students are missing. All students and chapters are posting about MALVIN and LINDON who are missing. So that is MALVIN Mudanda and the LINDON Zanga. These 2 are missing. And I would like to call upon everybody to assist to get these students. We want these students back. And as I said, these were abducted in public, and it's so sad to see such a situation. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any video of it happening, but as soon as I get any video of it happening, I'll let you guys know about it. We also see that there are more letters that have come out regarding this. So we've got another union, or ZINASU union, saying yesterday at 22:50, 2 Zimbabwe National Student Union leaders, LINDON Zanga and MALVIN Mudanda, were abducted at Mzimba Shopping Center in Chinoi. The suspected vehicle is an Isuzu that was used on Sunday 9 November 2025 and was also used by ZINASU as part of their election campaign. So ZINASU Pasinemi, if you are abducting people, ZINASU Pasinemi, you must not be abducting people. You are students. We don't expect students to abduct other students. And this is very bad. ZINASU guys, we need to find ZINASU and find out what they're doing. So let me Google ZINASU, and I'm going to call ZINASU right now. So abduction of students is terrible. When we were students, we would even turn over police cars and no one would stop us. So the police would fire tear gas and all sorts of things. But there's no single day when ZINASU or such an organization existed that then went on to abduct young people. That's why I'm saying, ZINASU, do you think you win an election if you are abducting people? So I'm trying to look for ZINASU. They don't seem to be having any particular thing here, but I can see that young women for ED were there in Chinoi. So let me show you young women for ED. So we don't like this. This is terrible. Abducting people is not good and is not acceptable at all. So this is the tweet here showing yesterday we were at Chinoi University of Technology as young women for ED led by head of students Monda and Comrade Siwo. We back President Mnangagwa's vision for youths. So guys, this is bad. Let's see if the Isuzu is in this picture because we want these guys back. So I've got someone calling. Let us answer this phone. Hello?
Oh, Father, how are you?
Sorry, just hold on. I'm live. I was waiting for another call. Right, so this is not the call I was waiting for, guys. But this call is also from Zimbabwe. I really received a call from Zimbabwe. So I'm surprised to say someone said, hello, pardon, how are you? And that person is not ZINASU. Right now, I want ZINASU. I want ZINASU. Those are the two people that I want. I don't want ZINASU. I don't want anyone else. I don't want anyone else. I want ZINASU and ZINASU. And I want you guys to take good care of each other. So I can see that there's no one here that is answering. So let me make my way out and deal with other things. But I'll be back here before the end of the day so that we can deal with the missing students. And students, do not be afraid. You must speak out. If you're a student, that is your time to speak out. That is your time to be what we call radical. So if you're a student, you're not radical. That is terrible. What kind of a student is not radical? You are the future. So we expect students to be as radical as possible. And also, during our time, we could do press-ups. We could do press-ups, could throw stones. We could run in town. No one ever did any kind of abduction on a student. So I think that is covered. And I will deal with it. There's someone who needs help. I think that is the guy who was calling us here just now. So I'm going to save this number. Someone said they need my number. 062. All right. Okay, guys, I'll deal with it later on. For now, let us get out of here because obviously we can't get hold of ZINASU and ZINASU. ZINASU, guys, you must also call me and deny your involvement in this thing. We don't want students that are abducted. It's bad. And all university students, take this video and share it. Let's make sure that these young guys are found. We don't want abductions in our country. Thank you very much for watching and a good day.